don't need to look.
Welcome back to the Guy Dawson Show. And I want to let you all in. The Angels are going to run the show. You don't know this yet, but the Angels will be running the show next Thursday. I will be away for the day. So all three of the Angels, Cheryl, Renee, and Quan will be running the show next week. We're going to have Dee on, Life Shots Dee.
Dion will come in to our
and a
show.
surprise guest.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out exactly who that guest will be, but it's going to be exciting. So you'll be seeing three lovely ladies in the studio next week. And
Angels Show.
yeah, it'll be the Angels edition of the Guy Dawson Show, and I'll be back the following week.
And the American Show will coming on the first Monday.
All right, that should be coming up soon. Yeah, tell them
First
about the
Monday.
American.
Of November. American Show is a brand new show. It's not brand new, right? It will be third part.
Well, I would say it's still brand new.
Still brand new, okay. It's a mix Asian culture and the American. Focus on to the differences, the business news, relationship tips, and some fun stuff like the coming events going to happen around the Chinese New Year or before, not only limited in Chinatown, like business gatherings or cultural events.
Looks like you're having a lot of fun. I've been watching it. You having fun?
You've been watching? Yes. Yeah, I think
you
it's
and Danny?
good to
You and Danny Vegas?
Have opportunity to bring other part of the world, what's going on and in Hong Kong, China, Macau, the major cities. Also, some people immigrate in this country. The immigration fees jacked up much higher, from $500,000. In next week will be 800,000 and a million investment. So we'll cover lots of investment, news, cultural tips, and the relationship, and the fun words, sexy lawyer, something like
Sex
that.
with a Y, right?
With a Y, come on, pronounce it correctly. Sexy.
When does the show air again?
The show will be the first Monday each month. So the first Monday will be 2nd of November, noon to 1 o'clock. So stay tuned. We will see you there. American Show.
Yeah, you can watch the archives on Quan's website at wcobm.com.
American, yes. Show.
And we have been speaking with Cindy Rodriguez. She is the publisher of Vegas Scene magazine and a very good friend of mine for many years. This evolution that I've been talking about and seeing you really grow and with this magazine, what's it been like for you? I mean, did you expect that you would be so popular? I mean, it's really grown. I hear so many things about your magazine. It's becoming very popular.
Thank you. You know what? If it's okay with you guys, I'm going to play off of our last speaker. What she said about the business and having the passion and some of the traits you have to have with your own business. That's actually, to answer what you said. I mean, or to play off what you said. That's kind of what it took, and that's what it takes actually every day. I mean, you have to get up and, you have to say, what? When you love what you do, I'm sorry, but man, I'll be on a date with my husband, and I love my husband, and it's our time, but I can't help myself. There's a story. You know what I mean? I'm constantly working my mind. What you guys said, I can't remember what you said exactly, but you said something earlier, and I said I totally relate. Your mind, I think you said it, my mind is always thinking, even when I'm not at work. And the other thing with the legal, it's true. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but as a business, I'm always thinking, okay, be careful what you say. You never know. And I always, I always try to stay positive. I mean, what's it gonna, why be negative, or why do something that might harm you? You're out there in the public eye. Do what's best to make you look good and presentable and professional. So, yeah, I mean, the magazine, we've taken off quite a bit. When I started it, I was kind of like anybody with a business. I don't know if you touched on this, but I feel personally with a business, when you're brand new, it's like being a kid or a teenager. Sometimes I think more as a teenager, you're learning yourself. You're learning who I am. I mean, you're going through growing pains. I mean, you're a little bit overwhelmed in the beginning because you have so many ideas, and you don't, it's almost like I don't know where to start, and you're kind of lost in this maze, if you will. So yeah, I mean, from the time I started to now, I have a very clear-cut idea of what my branding is, and a lot of that was just trial by error and learning what works and what doesn't work. The one thing I will say when I did start the business that I did take a lot of time and thought into was the name. I thought years ahead with my name, so that I was right on point, and I've been told, you know, it's a catchy name and it works well for the magazine, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it works really well, and what you were talking about is true, especially when you're a journalist. That literally, I mean, there's a story everywhere.
Yes.
So
yes.
you're always thinking about how can I, you know, create something from this situation, and then you've got this platform to plug it in, and that's just that's a dream for me. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Loving what you do, if you don't love it, then you won't stick with it. I mean, anytime in a business, and I've had businesses that have failed in my life, and the reason why the businesses failed is because I got into them for the wrong reasons. I got in because I thought I could make money or something like that. Now, business is about making money, absolutely. I mean, you have to turn a profit.
Yes.
I want to be successful financially with any endeavor that I enter in. But if that becomes the focus, if that's the reason why you choose what you do, I've learned from my own experience that you will not be successful with it. It's got to be that you love it so much that you would do it for free, basically. And because you have that type of mentality, people can see it and they're willing to give you money for it.
And that's funny you mentioned that. I don't know who exactly I heard that similar information from, but I've heard that a few different times, that don't focus on the money will come. Focus on what you know best. We all have gifts. I believe we're born with a God-given gift, and if you just tune into that gift at some point in your life, you will do well at something. You know, whether it's your own business or working for a company, we all have something that we can make that makes this world a better place. And, you know, to give you guys a little bit of history on the magazine, I've always been a creative person. I love magazines. I have since I was probably 10 or 11. And the reason for that was, it's kind of a funny story, quick story. My parents used to slough me off to my aunt, who was my dad's little sister, okay? She used to babysit me. Well, when she was a teenager, I don't know what to do with her. She's a kid, you know, we're only 5 years difference, okay? But at that time, she's a preteen, and I'm still, you know, at that age. So she's like, here's a magazine. Read the magazines.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Here's my fashion magazines. Just here you go. That'll keep you busy. You know. So I look through them and I just tune right into the ads, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. At 11. So you know, that's kind of, I think, where it started. You know, and a lot of people, they do start young, you know, something, you know, gets them going. So, and it just kind of sat there, and it was tabled, and nothing happened of it. And then, you know, as time goes on, you work, you do your jobs to make the money, and at one point in my life, I said, look, I'm too old for this blank, you know, I'm not happy. You know, we're at a financial point in our lives where I can afford to take some risk, like you guys talked about earlier, and hence I was doing web design. I had my second certificate. I went to UNLV, had the advertising and the creative behind me. Then I went back to CSN, got the skills needed for layout and design, and was working in web design, and that's kind of where the magazine generated from. And you know, I just want, my mission in life was to say, you know what, people, Las Vegas has a lot to offer. It's a great city. We have grown into something great, and there's something for everyone. I don't care if you have 20 kids and you don't want to go on the street, you know, or if you do want to be about the nightlife and the limelight. There's something for everyone, and that's my mission, to tell you and share with you guys that.
Yeah,
all of you people.
I really appreciate you stopping by, Cindy.
Thank
One
you.
more time, what's the website where they can go read Vegas Scene Magazine?
VegasSceneMagazine.com, and it's spelled SCENE. So it's like get in the scene, go to Vegas Scene. That's what we always say to people.
We are near the end of the Guy Dawson Show for this week, and Quan, did you have fun?
性感 guy. You have the most fun.
I think that means yes in Chinese.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in this week, and please tune in next week where you will be hanging out with the angels. Have a great week.
Next time see you, all the angels.